So, I'm excited.
Me too.
Because
a lot to be excited about.
Matt Madigan is here with Matt and Phil.
I am here. Do you have like a format, or
No.
do you do anything? Like
We talk about whiskey and then we talk about comedy.
All
That's what we're
right,
doing.
all right.
It's usually in that order. Too.
Yeah.
Well, you need the whiskey to transition into the comedy, obviously.
If there wasn't whiskey, none of this would be funny.
Nothing would be funny.
Welcome to Whiskey Bits,
With Matt and Phil.
where we talk all things whiskey.
And all things comedy. So, quick intro about who this guy is here. So I've known Matt since, I was like 14?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we did CYT together. I went and saw him. My stepmom dragged me to CYT show because
She dragged you.
Yes, because I was a baseball guy. I didn't want to do theater because I thought if I do theater, I have to wear tights because when you do theater, you have to wear tights.
It's true.
That's what I thought. So I went.
Have you seen baseball players? Carry on.
Baseball players, actually, we wore very tight tights in baseball. Mostly just jock straps. Anyways, so I went and saw Matt in Godspell. He played Jesus. And I was like, I want to do theater.
Nothing like a white Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah.
white. Sadly white.
It was very good. And so then Matt and I became good friends. Best of friends. And he didn't go away.
I did not.
No, actually, I think
22 years later.
I stuck around like a leech. And so it's funny because the joke we're going to talk about later in the episode is one that we got from literally like right before he did the Dry Bar special.
Oh.
Yeah, Matt's
Okay.
one of his many
One
jobs.
of my other jobs.
I can't wait to talk more about that.
That's exciting.
So,
That's awesome.
So yeah, both of you dudes have had a huge influence in just like helping me with the comedy stuff. So it only makes sense I feel like Matt's going to be here more than once.
Wow. I'm honored.
I mean, because we're filming 2 episodes in a row.
That'll do it.
We're rolling.
All right, that sounds great. Well, Matt, it's really great to have you. I hear you like whiskey.
I do enjoy whiskey.
Have you heard of this one?
In as much as I enjoy whiskey, I know almost nothing
I know
about
jack
it.
squat about it.
So, no, I haven't heard of this.
Well, this one is all the rage right now.
Okay.
This is called Traveler Whiskey, blend number 40.
What happened to the
Which is-
39 other ones?
It was horrible.
Oh,
You
wow.
you should have heard about 42, 43, and 44. though.
Woo. Okay.
Anyway, so blend number 40. So
We
this
went to the I didn't even keep going.
okay. So this is Harlan Wheatley. He is the master distiller from Buffalo Trace.
Oh, okay. I have heard of
He-
Buffalo Trace.
And have you heard
Wait,
of Chris
his last name's Wheatley?
Wheatley?
Because they use wheat sometimes when they make
Or
whiskey.
rye.
Yeah,
also.
but wheat because his name's Wheat.
Anyway, back to Phil.
Corn.
Cornley.
Any country fans out there? Chris Stapleton.
Does he manufacture staples?
He does not. He sings about stuff. Anyway, so this is an effort, a collaboration between Harlan Wheatley, the master distiller and co-founder of Buffalo Trace Distillery, and Chris Stapleton, who
There you go.
Oh.
he's listed as a musician and co-founder as well. So
But what did he really do though?
Traveler Whiskey. So this has been a little bit harder to come by lately.
Interesting.
There's like 30 bottles at Jewel.
Well, nobody thought to look there.
That's
There's
true.
a lot of bottles out there. I think there's going to be a lot more to come, but I thought we should give this one a try.
Yeah.
I've been excited to pop this open and share it with some people. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
And we are those people.
we are.
I have been a person. from
You are
time
a
to time.
person.
I just like that there's a map on the inside of the label, so you
I
can
gotta
see it through
I
the
didn't
bottle.
notice that.
If we
It's
are
really cool.
yeah, let me get this poured and I'll pass it around. I will say that the presentation on this one is quite interesting.
Hear that? Every time I hear that pour, it reminds me of the Stooges when Curly would drink water. You know, every time he would drink anything, actually.
I
It would
was
do
just
that
saying,
sound.
probably not just water. Some of that might have been whiskey.
This lonely glass. I'm going to put this up here.
So the Traveler, blend number 40.
Okay.
And you can see the map in the background of the label.
Is that
Very
in case
cool.
you don't know where it came from? They gave you a map.
No, I think the whole thing is Traveler, and you'll notice that they spelled Traveler wrong.
Traveler.
Double L.
Traveler.
And there's some theories behind that. So
Okay.
as you set that bottle back down next to that blue label, what do you notice about the blue label?
Oh,
The double L.
because there's a W. So a W, then there's two L's, doubles.
Yeah, that's exactly what
That's
we were
right.
looking
Of course.
That's exactly what we were
So they're
looking
just
for.
like, hey, we're from Weller. But they're not Weller.
I was gonna
they're
say, is there any
Buffalo
relationship
Trace,
to Weller?
So why...
So Buffalo Trace is and Weller Weller comes from Buffalo Trace.
There you go.
So they're just like an ode to Weller, but it's not an ode to their actual distillery.
Master Distiller from Traveler is the same one as Buffalo Trace.
Oh, yes.
So
We're gonna.
they make this.
Hey guys, we haven't even started drinking yet.
And they make this.
Well,
The
I know they
same
make
guy makes
all.
them both.
I know, but wouldn't it make more sense instead of Traveler to have
Here,
like...
take the glass.
Yeah, it wasn't going to make sense anyways. All right. Remind us how to... So first you smell.
I love the smell, so I like to give it a couple of whirls around in the glass. I don't know if it matters or not.
I smell first, then I whirl. So I get a pre-whirl smell.
Yeah,
And then a post-whirl smell.
that's right. And then do you do a third whirl smell?
Depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling frisky, I'll do a quadruple. I'll do a quad whirl.
Do you feel it in your quads?
I do.
There you go.
Actually, I don't feel anything in my quads if I have enough of this.
What do you get in the nose?
Again, I feel like the first pour of anything, because this would be considered the neck pour, although you probably got the neck pour. But I always, it's alcohol.
Yes, ethanol.
But as it sits.
As it sits. I like to get a little taste of that ethanol.
Yeah.
And then I do what we call the Kentucky Chew, which is
It looks,
What
it
is the
doesn't look like a
Kentucky Chew?
Kentucky Chew. It looks like the old man that lost his dentures and he's like trying to
That's
eat
it.
a steak.
That's it.
Maybe not all the smacking
around.
I mean, the smacking was
All right, I'm
unnecessary.
gonna watch the Kentucky Chew because I don't know anything about whiskey or anything, so I'm very like in and around your teeth and up in your lips
Yep,
and
front of the-
just to
front
get
of the
that
mouth.
flavor everywhere.
But I like the
Yep.
the letting it sit on the tip of the tongue.
Yep.
That to me, I don't know what it is about that gives it the flavor. I mean, maybe because it's your tongue and that's where you taste.
Sort of. It's sort of.
taste
You're a genius. He's a comedian. Just leave him alone. Not
Yeah,
even
that-
that's successful yet.
The alcohol sort of burns a little bit there at the front, and that does help to sort of acclimate your tongue to get ready for the next pieces.
Feels very like lighter. A guy at one of the beer establishments or drink establishments, without naming names.
Not Jewel.
No,
Not Jewel.
well, you can name Jewel. Everybody knows Jewel. Oh, is he talking about the singer, or is he talking about the store,
or
or a Jewel? The vapor. He said, this guy said that this has been getting a lot of flack. So he's like, oh, you should definitely do a review of it. So
Okay.
far, my review is, it's a lot better than Old Tub. I can tell you that. Old Tub, Matt.
I was gonna say, did you
That's
try
what
Old
we-
Tub last time? Is that
We poured it because it didn't deserve to be in its own bottle. It's that bad, and we poured it in this one.
you did not?
So
you
it's
put it in a decanter.
It's just become a prop. So the only reason we even kept it was so we could read dad joke loading. That's pretty much it.
Wow,
That's how good it is.
Old Tub. I'll scratch that off my list.
Yeah, just-
if I had one.
Or just go pour some apple juice in your bathtub, let it sit for a day or two, and drink it. So this is kind of the same,
Same thing?
But throw like an old shoe and some leather boots in there.
Is it called Old Tub?
Yeah.
Like that's literally
Yeah.
the name?
Yeah.
I mean, what did you expect?
I was expecting new tub.
New Tub. Well,
Yeah.
that was your
No
that was your
tub.
mistake.
I was expecting no tub.
Man, that Kentucky Chew thing, like I still feel it in my lip.
Yeah.
That is wild.
It'll start to go away.
Yeah, but I mean,
Am I doing it right?
makes the one little sip last a lot longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It also like fills. I feel like it preps. I feel like anything I say in this is just going to sound dirty. It fills your mouth and preps your mouth for the flavor.
go.
All of that is true.
You can't.
I'm gonna have to check explicit now.
You just got that what she said coming out of your mouth like ears.
Everything. Am I 12? Basically.
Yes, exactly.
What do you guys think?
What do you think?
No, I asked you first.
No, I won't.
No, I asked you first.
Dibs.
Sorry.
That doesn't.
Well, I'll go first.
Okay,
I
what
think
do you
it's good. I'm enjoying it immensely.
What
It's
notes?
not.
You getting any notes?
I mean, maybe a high C and G. No. No, I like that it's not overly sweet. Mm-hmm. I like it. I feel like I always shy away from the extremes of whiskey. So like really peaty and heavy, that's too much for me. And if it's super sweet and sugary, then I don't like that either. But this is like right down the middle. And just really easy to sip, and
It has a very distinct aftertaste that stays. And I'm trying to figure out what the heck. It's reminding me of something, like some sort of medicine that I've had. Is it Pepto-Bismol?
Like a
not
cough syrup?
Yeah, but it's not sweet or flavor. Like, it's not a fruit flavor. It's like the feeling.
Of having an aspirin dissolve in your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
really,
Like if I don't
have
take
you done that
another
often?
nightly.
just
Nightly.
leave it there.
Not a baby aspirin.
Like
No,
an adult tablet.
aspirin.
You know what I mean, though? Almost like if you got a generic, unflavored cough medicine, and then the aftertaste of that, that's kind of what this reminds me of. And I want... You feel
And
it?
is that good or is
I was gonna say, is that a
because you like it,
positive
you
or a
don't like
negative?
it.
what you're
I
describing
don't like
is
it. It's a grain. It's one of the grains, and I'm trying to figure out what it could be.
I'm not as far away from that on my palate as well. There's definitely a distinct taste that sticks around on kind of the side of the tongue and in the jowls of your mouth. That isn't entirely pleasant to me.
But it's a premium whiskey that speaks for itself.
So what's interesting?
Can you hear it?
No.
So what's interesting?
Map is cool, though.
Many are saying that this is essentially a Canadian whiskey wrapped in a label that makes you think that it's coming from Buffalo Trace.
They're tricking us because of that's the meta of the whole thing. It's a traveler in and of itself. It's traveled from Canada into a
there you
bottle
go.
to make you think.
We've uncovered the nowhere bound. Nowhere is in Canada, probably.
And I feel like I liked the first sip, but then as it sat,
Not as good.
I wonder if you let it sit for like a half hour.
Well, I'm willing to let the rest of this sit for a little while.
Forever?
For a little while. For a little while. We'll see how that one opens up
Forever
as
and
it
never
gets
come back.
a little bit more oxygen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let me try it again.
Should try again.
I feel like it's getting less interesting the more I taste it.
Right? I gotta tell you, the first sip was utterly unimpressive. And then as we've gotten a little bit more flavor, I'm starting to taste the old leather shoe, which some love. I'm not a huge fan.
There you go.
Yeah,
Then again, that's what whiskey drinking is all about, is finding those flavors that you like and enjoying it with friends to find out what flavors they like.
See, I really want to... I feel like at some point we need to have him try mellow corn. Have you ever tried mellow corn? Did you try that with me once?
I've had corn.
Straight up corn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
We're gonna pour some mellow corn. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Because it's sweet. You say you don't like sweet, but for a sweet whiskey...
Now, when I said I don't like it on the extremes, like the whatever that peanut butter whiskey or like crazy flavored super sugar stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's too much.
No, yeah.
Fireball.
See, I do like to take a shot of Fireball and put it into an apple cider. That's fun.
Fantastic. It is
So good.
That is maybe my favorite fall drink.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But like any other setup of cinnamon whiskey, no. But that, that's good.
I've never tried that. That
It's
sounds really
apple
good.
pie in your drink.
Some
It's
caramel.
amazing.
There's some caramel in there.
I haven't
Do they
done
have a
that.
caramel liquor.
There is, but Fireball and hot apple cider.
It's good.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Oh, I gotta try that.
It's really great. We'll
Finally have something to do with my Fireball whiskey that I don't own.
Oh, and I mean, this is what's fantastic is you go out trick or treating
Yes.
With the whiskey?
with the whiskey.
Or do you go out
you
trick or
put this
treating?
in a
You put
Yeti.
it in the kids.
In a Yeti, right?
You put it in a Yeti, hot apple cider and Fireball in the Yeti, and you go to you walk around with the
And then
the
you lose your
kiddos.
kids, and DCFS is like, "What were you doing?" You're like, "I'm having hot apple cider with a little bit of whiskey."
One year I was trick or treating with my kids, and there was a neighbor that literally had a tray of little shots, basically, of hot apple cider with cinnamon whiskey in it, and it was like,
Bless their hearts.
they're like, full disclosure, this is what it is. If you would like one, warm you up as you're trick or treating. But they were just passing them out. It was amazing.
That sounds even to the kids too.
Yeah,
was
the
the
kid-
year
yeah,
your
that was
kids
trick or
were like-
treat.
They were just like
It was a
doing-
trick and a
it's
treat.
like a serpentine pattern down the street that they were trick or treating. They didn't know what hit them.
We had something similar. We had a fire going, and we put a pot of.
Oh, why do I
of
keep drinking it?
hot apple cider? And for those who wanted it, I would pour hot apple cider in a cup, and I'd give a shot of the Fireball.
Yes.
And if they didn't want the Fireball, no problem. But
Yep.
I have some
Why have I
pictures
never
of that.
done
Well,
this?
I don't know.
it's
Why
fantastic.
have you never?
We just haven't gotten there yet.
We've been friends
There you
during
go.
a Halloween.
kind
Once
of.
You have no
time.
excuse.
Dude,
I've been friends many a Halloween with you.
it's been 20 years. You never told me about this.
Halloween.
Have you ever had a cinnamon toast crunch?
Cereal?
I don't know what that is.
No.
So
I know
this is Fireball and rum chata.
Oh.
Oh, that sounds
Okay, yeah. That would be really good.
That sounds good. Is it good?
It's fantastic.
I'm waiting. he's just now. The whole episode is just. Have you ever had
like,
this? And then he doesn't say anything. Yes, it's quite good.
It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
So, again, it's a thumbs down for me. I would mix that into something. I would put it in a.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, like a cherry Coke. If I'm gonna, or maybe if I run out of space
And there you go.
from evaporation.
That could be your infinity bottle.
Yeah, that's the infinity bottle. Once that evaporates,
Once the devil's
just
cut
keep
goes,
mixing,
Keep pouring
just
stuff
keep
in.
mixing it in. Yeah.
And then maybe it'll be good at some point.
eventually.
I think that this could open up and be something.
Yeah.
I think this could open up and be something, but
Could
it's
be
gonna
in
take
the
It's going
trash.
to take another couple pours.
Garbage.
This won't be as
It could open
bad
up and be
as
something. It could be
As the old
the
tub.
cleaner of my. I'll use it to rinse out the old tub bottle. How about that?
There you
Before I
go.
recycle it.
Clean it up.
Yeah, I gotta clean that out.
That's good. That's good.
All right, so we talked about the whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
So you came over and we were working on jokes for the dry bar special I did, and so you brought a idea, which was based on one of the many jobs that
Based
you
on
do.
my work.
Yes, which is you do drug testing for athletes.
Yes, I do drug testing for athletes. And to be explicitly clear, I am the person that shows up at their door, rings the doorbell, and tells them that it's time to pee in a cup. Surprise!
Hey, I'm here. It's
Yeah.
time to pee pee in a cup.
Yep.
While I stare.
Yeah, that is the other part of it. Is
Because I didn't realize
I'm
that until the end.
required to directly observe the delivery of the sample.
You're like,
Hey, I don't make these things up. I just
like a legal
I just do my
voyeur.
job.
like a legal creeper.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Fill her up. Fill her up there, Johnny.
And if it's not enough, I have to go back and have them do it again.
So how did you get this job?
How did
Do you even remember?
do this? No, I lost my job because of the pandemic and was looking for work. And one of my wife's friends, who had moved out to California, her husband, so it's like 3 degrees of separation to Kevin Bacon, but
Her husband's Kevin Bacon?
no, her husband does this job out in California.
Right.
Wait, you've watched Kevin Bacon pee in a cup?
No. Thank goodness, no.
Was he well hydrated?
Very well hydrated.
All right, carry.
So yeah, her husband did it out there, and they were like, "Hey, they've got an opening in Chicago," and so I applied, and it's not overly complicated. You just have to be
I would think not.
specific
I mean,
with
I'm doing it
paperwork
right now.
and discreet, and that's pretty much it.
Not discreet for the guy peeing in the cup.
Well, there's ways that you can make that more
those-
or less discreet.
You know those like portable shower curtains that people or showers that people can bring when
Just
they're
like
camping?
pop up
It'd be great if
on
you
the
just
beach.
like walked. Yeah, like if you just walk into someone's house. All right, hop in, and it's just you two in the middle of the shower curtain. That's a good
That
idea.
is not unlike
Put a
what it
logo.
actually is sometimes.
Because you want to make sure that they're not cheating and all this stuff or dope
Yeah,
or whatever.
absolutely.
So we thought this was funny because the thing that was funny about it wasn't just the fact that, of
Athletes
what you're
get
doing.
drug testing.
But it was what sports that you have come across where you've had to drug test. And obviously we embellished on it. So here's the thing. So I think that there's obviously so many weird sports nowadays that we didn't even touch.
Oh my gosh.
Because we touched,
That's so true.
combat juggling, ostrich racing, ice shuffleboard, curling.
Curling. An Olympic sport.
Yeah. Still, to the day, I don't get it. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Cat curling was more interesting to me, and that was just fake. Like using a cat instead of
No.
the
Curling
stone.
requires
Doesn't
a
require-
lot
no,
of
it
time.
doesn't. This is why it's still out there, because somebody convinced somebody that, curling, I tell you, it is
Now,
hard
here's-
work.
Here's the reality.
So
though.
are
What
we
else is
going
hard work?
after the people in the
Tic-tac-toe.
north too?
Have
Yes,
you
we're going
done it
after-
before?
But like
Nobody
it's
is
going to
safe.
be the South, and now we're going after Canadians and
Everyone's-
people in Minnesota.
everyone's gonna hate
and
Canadians
South
have it
Dakota.
coming. Canadians have it coming. They don't. With crap like that they just made me drink? Nah, I don't think so.
That's really good.
I hope.
Can I tell you, I stayed up until 4:00 in the morning to watch the USA win the gold medal in curling.
Yeah, they did amazing.
When did you
I-
watch this?
Love curling.
When did you watch this?
During the Olympics.
Oh, I was like, was this last night? You're
Yeah,
like,
I'm exhausted.
I stayed up all night.
I gotta go. I've been
Gotta
watching curling.
put it on the DVR,
since
did you?
6 a.m. The DVR.
Did you really?
I really stayed up that late. Because it was so exciting.
It just seems so unnecessary. Like ice. The reason that you float on ice is because of the lack of friction that is available, which is why it's slippery.
Sure.
And so they're just trying their heart out to just scrub that ice with whatever magic mop they have, Swiffer sweeper, whatever.
The broom.
I don't know if it's a
Their broom.
ShamWow
It's a
broom or whatever the heck it is.
They're sweepers.
They're like, yeah, we're creating a lot of friction. I'm like, it's ice. You're not creating any friction. And it doesn't slow the stone.
They're not trying to slow it. They're trying to curve it.
They're trying to steer it.
They're
what they're trying to do. They're
increasing
not doing
or decreasing the friction on one side or the other to have it go in a specific place on the ice.
They're melting. They're making a path for the stone.
Why don't they just take a blowtorch and
Because then
Blow
the
torch a
game would
path.
be over.
it would be a lot more interesting if there was a potential that somebody could catch a flame in the midst of said game.
I have to tell you that
I would pay to see somebody catch on fire as long as
any
they put 'em out.
Olympic sport that you can also drink beer while doing
That's how it was
Is
invented.
amazing.
it is
Right.
that is a winner in my book, and I will die on that hill if I have to.
Don't die.
Don't do it. Stay away from that hill.
Stay away from that hill.
Okay, so we hit on curling.
We hit on curling.
A lot on curling apparently. Too much on curling.
Too much curling.
I have very strong feelings about curling.
Very much so.
But there's other sports out there, like real ones.
Yeah.
And now some of them, I don't know that. you've actually-
Wait. You're saying that curling isn't a real sport?
Correct.
All right. Carry on.
Sports.
Yep.
Just clarifying that.
I can see the hate mail now.
I knew what you were going to say. I just wanted to set you up. Go ahead.
So, have you seen this? I just feel like this joke, there's so much potential because
Have you
there's so
seen
many.
cheerleading?
That
Not a real
takes
sport.
Skill. Don't mess with cheerleaders. I never dated a cheerleader. They always said no. Actually, I was too scared to ask them.
I mean, that's the real story right there.
So I feel like this joke, we've barely scratched the surface because there's so many crazy sports now that the world has gone mad. Like, have you seen the slapping?
Oh my
Face
gosh.
slapping
The slapping.
competitions are fantastic.
Oh my goodness. I don't. So I understand like MMA. We do testing for
Right,
mixed
which-
martial artists.
which back in the day-
which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, MMA people probably thought, like, ooh, like, that's crazy. Why would you even go that far?
Right. Well, but the thing is like in MMA, they are trying to hit each other, yes, but they're allowed to defend themselves. They're like attempting to not get hit. But the slapping, they literally actively choose to get the crap slapped out of them.
But, like, what is the skill?
I don't know.
Not passing out.
It's
Not getting knocked out.
Control that.
It's insane. Yeah,
But if you could, that would be a skill.
If you could control the ability to not pass out. I saw it once where it was like the guy got hit so hard, his face just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And
just like swelling? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everything is broken.
Absolutely.
What do they get out of it? That's what I'm wondering. A trophy?
They get paid. I don't know.
What?
They get money.
Well,
it's like
what?
for every MMA match, they get paid.
It's insane. It's like there are no more brain cells left because it's been smacked out of them in practice, and so they're just like, I don't even think they know.
How do you practice?
Yeah, how do you how do you practice? You know what? I
You
would
practice by not getting slapped in the face.
No, I would just go up to people
right?
and insult them.
Just wait for them to slap
just
you.
to build a
Yeah.
callus on the one side of your face.
Yeah, just
Oh my
you say
goodness.
whatever you want.
But how do you know? How do you know what hand your opponent's going to use? You have to get hit slapped on both sides of the face. Then
I don't know if it matters. I think
that's why I'm saying practice doesn't matter.
And then the question is, to what purpose does drug testing affect their performance?
That is the question.
That-
in all of these sports.
I think it's pretty clear that they're definitely on drugs or something.
It all depends on what drugs they're on and what the drugs do is really the important thing.
What kind of drug would you be looking for a face slapper? Have you ever had to drug test a face slapper?
I have not,
But your company has.
but they are drug tested.
It's pretty clear. Why do we need to do this? Well, we're just going to double check. Okay, you go ahead.
Oh man.
Can't see the darn cup to pee in because his face is so swollen from being smacked so much.
Well, no. See, you do the drug testing before the match. You don't do it after.
How long does it take for that swelling to go down?
I don't know. How long does it take for swelling to go down when you get punched or hit? Or
Depends on the area.
it depends on the area.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know how to follow
Face
up
slapping.
now.
There's other ones.
I went to.
What's the craziest one you've actually drug tested
I went
for?
to the World Games, which is like
We're running out of names for things. The World Games.
the World Games. It happens.
Olympics?
It happens 2 years after the Olympics, so it's in
Also,
it's in
2
the
years
interim.
before.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So, but it's basically all of the sports that are not at the Olympics.
Like
So
face slapping.
face slapping
didn't
was
make
not
it.
there, but you get tug of war, international competitive tug of war,
That's cool to me. That takes like skill and muscle and
rock climbing,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
speed climbing and
That
technical
speed
climbing and stuff.
That should be an Olympic
The
sport.
things that surprised me though
Not
were
curling.
Wife carrying.
breakdancing was a
like
competition there, but it was pretty awesome. Drone flying is a sport, which is interesting as a sport. They have
Why don't we throw in video game playing because it's literally the same thing.
and that's
We're
an
about
esport.
to.
Yeah.
Right. It's happening.
That's
we're moving that way.
That's 1 year after and 1 year before the Olympics.
You're right.
It's between the World Games.
building and
It's outer world games.
Yeah, and that drug testing is focused mostly on caffeine and I'm just
You had me. You had me. That was actually
Red Bull
real.
on this guy. Your urine is just straight red.
Yep.
I don't think Red Bull's actually
red
red.
and
but-
purple.
Is it purple?
So
What color is Red Bull?
I think it's clearish. It's actually probably looks like pee.
That's
I
true.
mean, there you go.
wife
yeah.
carrying. You said wife carrying.
Wife
I
carrying.
saw
Oh
that.
yeah, wife
That's
carrying is
legitimate.
actually a legitimate sport.
Scandinavians
There's huge
love it.
competitions. Yeah. Oh
love
yeah.
And there's theories on the best way to carry your wife, and you should Google it.
You should look.
You
I
should
feel
Google
like I've seen
it.
this video. The best way to carry your wife is not to carry her at all.
I don't think that's the same video.
I don't think
Oh,
that's the one.
I just made that up.
So, as a part of your training, do you have to be able to recognize
Training.
I mean,
Training for
I did have
watching
training.
people pee in a cup.
Yes.
Continue.
It's paperwork.
What is your training? Do they
What was your
do they give you
question?
like a mannequin and they connect like a hose? And
No,
they turn the hose
that
on?
part they assume
They're like,
will
watch.
come naturally.
They're like-
that you can keep your eyes open and
For some
observe.
people, it comes naturally. Other people, they have to try a little bit harder.
That
to
is
get it in the cup,
absolutely true.
depending on where they're swelling.
Do you
Bringing it
have
full
to?
circle.
Do you have to be able to when you hold?
Don't hold your hand
Okay.
like that when we're talking about peeing in a cup. He doesn't. You don't. Hopefully,
Here.
you don't do any of
It's
this.
when you hold
these
the when you hold the cup. Do you have to like? Is your hand have to be sensitive enough to know like what
No.
temperature?
No.
What about
Absolutely not.
What
What are we
about
talking
color
about?
and clarity?
Temperature of what?
That's a really great question, actually.
Hold on. Temperature of what?
the pee.
He's not holding the cup.
I'm
You're
not.
holding
You're,
the cup.
you are correct.
'Cause of the-
I never personally handle the sample. So part of the process is that the athlete that is participating goes through and does the whole process directly observed, but they are in control of their sample 100% of the time.
Directly
until
observed.
it is sealed in the canisters for shipping, and then they pass it over to me, and we sign it over and do all the paperwork. But no, I don't have to do any sort of analysis or anything like that. The direct observance of the sample delivery is considered to be
peeping.
yeah. Yeah,
Direct
it's
observance.
that is my responsibility to make sure that they are providing an adequate sample, and I do test the specific gravity of the sample once it's sealed. I take a couple of drops and have a little spectrometer that.
Like how long it takes to go from up here to the ground.
No, it shines a light through it to see what percentage.
Gravity. You said the gravity of the sample. What else could that
the
possibly mean?
specific
Is
gravity.
that like when they say the gravity of the situation?
it's
like
it's
the weight?
deeply, yeah. I don't know.
How's your pee gravity doing? I don't know.
It's
Same as
it's a
any other
measure.
liquid
It's a measure of
gravity.
how hydrated they are. How much water is in the
Well, I
sample.
can tell you after this,
versus
we're gonna need some
other
water for sure.
Stuff. Yeah, a little bit of water. But yeah, it has to be concentrated enough to pass that at a certain point. And if it's not, then I have to wait around and collect another sample that is.
So you're like, here, drink this water, please.
No,
I got an appointment to get.
I don't provide anything to them. They're free to eat, drink, or do whatever they
So you just have
wish.
to wait there till they have to pee again.
I literally, yeah. The longest I had to wait for a sample was 7.5 hours.
I would at least hang out with the person. Do you
That's
get- you
literally
get to
what
hang
I
out
did.
with
Yeah, I just went
them?
around
What's
with
the-
them.
without naming names. What's the coolest person that would be like famous?
I mean, I did a lot of MMA fighters recently, and
Did you ever do like WWF guys?
no,
Oh man,
no, WWF doesn't. They don't
Like The
do
Rock.
drug testing.
You think they test those guys?
because they're already on
they don't.
drugs.
They don't care.
That's
not real.
It's a performance. That's a script.
What?
The illusion is shattered. A great performance. I mean, don't get me
Great.
wrong. I love wrestling. Is
Tell
it's
Owen
hilariously
Hart it's
amazing.
fake.
Yeah, right.
Nothing.
You know, this is you know what's not a great performance is Olympic curling.
Have you actually watched
Yes,
curling?
I've seen it.
The best part is I'm actually going to a curling event in a couple of weeks.
Where?
In Traverse City in Michigan. Yeah,
I want to go.
yeah. I'm excited.
I want to
I'm
go
excited.
curling. I want to curl. I haven't curled yet.
It's so interesting.
You're gonna love it.
I don't love it.
You're going to.
You
Love
know what I love more than curling?
Oh.
And I hate this. Is this. That's right. Curlers. Just a bunch of drunk, beer-filled dads.
Oh man.
2 out of 3 of us.
Yeah. We're
guys are
on the curling
Two out of
team.
2 out of 3 men in the podcast love curling.
I wouldn't even say I love it. I think I respect the fact that it requires skill and practice.
About as much skill as beer pong.
Have you tried
It is
it?
actually very difficult. So, okay. Before we wrap up, because this is great, but like, we've talked about face slapping. What is another weird sport that you've actually
That I've actually
had to
tested
do,
for?
or that your company has had to test for?
Gosh. Let's see. Beach handball. And honestly, the other part of the joke that we talked about and then kind of shied away from was the Paralympics. Any Paralympic athlete.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, it's any athlete or competition under the Olympic or the Paralympic banner is required to be tested.
And that's the thing. That's what got me. And I shied away from doing it, you know, because I don't want to toe the line. But like, in all honesty, like, why are we testing these guys?
Right. Well,
just let them play.
The variety of disabilities and classifications within Paralympics is so wide.
Very true.
It's all over the place. So you get visually impaired individuals, or amputees, or like it's all over the place.
Hold on a second, because I'm just in my mind, all that happened was you said visually impaired, and then I just saw basketball. So now I'm picturing a blind guy playing basketball.
What you need to look up?
No, and you're gonna be like, look, we got to drug test this guy to make sure he's not doping. For this
you need to look up
game.
goal ball. Goal ball.
Goal ball.
GOAL ball. Goal ball.
Just
it is
throw the ball anywhere. Goal. That's it. Like,
it's visually impaired athletes competing to throw a ball into a goal against each other. The ball has bells inside of it so that they can hear it, and so everybody that competes can't see, and they're competing to get it into a goal on one side or the other.
Do they check the observers in the audience when they come? Do they make sure that no one is wearing a bell or has brought a bell with them? Because to me, there's a lot of opportunity for me as a viewer or whatever what do they call
to mess with people.
So you're saying you're saying that you would bring a bell in just to mess with the visually impaired during goal ball?
I'm saying, are they checking for that?
There's
check for a lot of things at airports.
There's absolutely etiquette that goes into observing a goal ball game.
Have you looked at this country? Nobody cares about etiquette anymore. You got to know. There's a couple people.
You got to look it up.
It's bells.
What they do is incredible.
No, I'm sure it's amazing. I'm just saying, why are we? Do they drug test those guys?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Right. Why is the question? Right. Yes, you've hit the nail on the head.
It's like,
but it's an Olympic sport. It's a Paralympic competition.
I don't even know what to say about that.
You asked for the most interesting
I'm just so offended. I'm so offended.
And this is why we didn't do the joke, was because of how offended we were afraid everyone would be
it
about
doesn't
saying,
make sense.
"Oh, let them have it."
That's ridiculous.
I think we should go with it.
I think
the number of
just to bring awareness to the fact that they're doing this to these poor people. The game is a cool idea. That's great. I think you should check everybody coming in the audience to make sure they're not bringing bells. I'm pretty sure somebody would bring a bell and they're like, but that's a great idea. It's a cool thing. And I think what would be really interesting is like, what are the other things that you could do, like with different disabilities? Like, what are the sports that would actually, it would only work for those people. So it's very exclusive to those groups, which is cool. But just don't drug test them, please. Just leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Just leave them alone.
Right.
If anything, gives them an edge.
Wheelchair competition, wheelchair rugby, is amazing. It's absolutely incredible.
See, I'd be more concerned about the wheelchair itself. Like, did they soup that bad boy up?
Yes, you bet your booty they did. They are tricked out, crazy wheelchairs.
So are they checking the wheelchairs?
Oh yeah, there's regulations on the wheelchairs.
There's like a wheelchair guy. He's like, all right, come here.
Pee in the
I like the size of those rims.
The rims, the frames.
I'm gonna check the oil in that cup.
You need your wheelchair to pee in a cup, please.
Turn on the engine. There's an engine? What?
Yeah. I'm smelling fumes. Is that exhaust coming out of the back of your wheelchair?
No.
Oh, this is so offensive to me.
Yeah, wheelchair rugby. I can't remember the official name, but it's like wheelchair hockey. They're on like a sled hockey. Sled hockey. There it is. Yeah, sled hockey is amazing.
And you're drug testing all these people.
Yeah. Yes. They're under the Paralympic banner, so everybody has to be drug tested.
Should be the no drug test banner. That's what I think. This is America.
It's the Olympics. It's everybody.
It's everybody.
That's true. Okay. but I only have ever been to America and Mexico. I don't know much about the other side of the world.
Here we go.
Well, that's
okay, I know
actually
people from
the interesting point.
You anyone from Canada?
There you go.
No, but I don't care. Actually, I do.
Canadians are my second favorite people.
It's just because you like hockey. Canadians are the worst.
You're absolutely right.
Except for Ryan Reynolds. He's
Why
amazing.
do you not like Canadians?
I like Ryan Reynolds. and
Okay,
Jim Carrey.
yeah, that's fair.
Everybody else getting
Dana Carvey.
chopping broccoli. We gotta end this. We were here for like 3 hours. It's a good one though. This was fun, Matt.
Well, good. Yeah,
I mean, thanks for
this is
coming.
fun. Yeah,
And bringing
I had a great
awareness
time.
to the injustice that is happening in the
Goal ball.
goal ball.
goal ball. Yeah.
If you go to a goal ball game and you're in the audience and you bring a bell and I find out
Going down.
going down,
I'll make you drink the Traveler.
I'll make you drink this and Old Tub.
Mixed together.
I will send you Old Tub in the mail as a Christmas present.
No bells in goal ball,
Oh,
No
there
bells.
you go.
except in the ball.
In the ball.
Right.
There's bells in the ball.
There's ball bells.
The bell of the ball.
Next time on Whiskey Bits.
Emus don't fly. They don't swim.
They don't
So
do
there's no-
anything. What do they do?
How could you not take care of 20,000 emus?
Underestimating them?
Never underestimate anyone.
Never underestimate the intelligence.
If we've learned anything today, it's that we don't know how old this whiskey is, and never underestimate an emu.
Those are the two takeaways.
Yeah, definitely.
The end. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Whiskey Bits. Please like, share, and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts.